Welcome to the birthplace of college football. The State University of New Jersey, the campus of Rutgers in Piscataway, and we are ready for what ought to be a tremendous game today. A Big Ten showdown coming, conference games where the results will stick with you for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Washington Huskies taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Scarlet Knights will kick it off to get us underway. On the move from inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. So Washington's offense takes the field. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
It's a reverse. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
Gives him the big stiff arm. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And that's why, if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
It's caught. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Huskies have this offense rolling. He's looking to throw it. Makes the grab on the shuffle. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete.
That's a throw the QB would like to have back. He just has to do a better job giving his receiver a chance to make the catch.
Now on second down after the incompletion. Handoff from the gun. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. No, he just flat ran over it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Huskies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the lone running back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to get it through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Picked up 6 on that last one, now 2nd and inches. Slams ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Washington.
And I love this offense and the way they started this football game. Listen, last week be danged, okay? Forget last week. Nice job coming out, setting the tone in this ball game, putting a long drive together, and getting a touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Scarlet Knights offense will go to work for the first time. And what a great matchup we have of 2 highly productive runners, David.
And I like the competition aspect of this, Reese. Like, I'm watching what you're doing on the other side, and I'm going to prove I'm a better running back than you. Both these guys are looking to be the man today.
And both guys can go.
Oh, look out! The 30, the 10, touchdown Rutgers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting into rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And the extra point is good. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
Wow, how about the stop-start speed? That reminds you of Napoleon Kaufman or Bishop Sankey, Myles Gaskin. Great Washington Husky running backs of years past that just made defenders look silly because of that stop-start ability. This dude has some wheels.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Floating away. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerve. Settle himself down a little bit.
Snagged on the outside. It's Moore. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not even...
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great discipline by the backside of the defense. This is my gap. This is where I'm supposed to be. Ball goes away, so be it. I got to stay home. Stays home, makes a great play for a loss.
The fair catch called for and made. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you're going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. I'm so looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten. And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Grab near the marker. It's Monaga. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the first down. The Scarlet Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
If you want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator, you pick up a bunch of yards on the first down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
And the Scarlet Knights will keep this drive going.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
Now on the move at the 28-yard line on first down. The DBs will back off a bit. Use the play fake, now to throw. He'll take a shot. And it's caught! Touchdown, Rutgers!
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. One final play before the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Rutgers on top here at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. Toss sweep to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Yeah, this offense is going to try to run the ball and do it in a variety of ways. You'll see zone reads. You'll just see straight downhill running. We'll get the toss play going as well to try to keep this defense on their heels.
On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
Gain of 8. Good enough for a first down.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. He's going for the big play. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
And he had to go a long way to reel that ball in. He started off way on the right, crossed the entire defense, made the catch on the other side of the field. There's an example of how this offense can really attack every corner of the football field.
Looking to throw, it's Rutgers. And they get the sack just like that. Man, you think you've got the defense reeling. You just hit them with a big one. You're going to do it again, and instead, sack.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity, too, because you deliver the haymaker the play before. You got your opponent on the ropes. You're swinging for the fences on the next play, trying to deliver the knockout shot. You can't keep your QB protected. Nice job answered by the defense.
And screens are all about timing, right? You want to invite the defensive line to fly up the field, and then you want to throw it right over their head. And you could tell just a little bit off, and the defense got in there so quick, got the quarterback hit before he could really get his bearings and throw the screen.
He lets it fly. And he makes the catch inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
And that is a huge conversion on 3rd and long for the offense. I think a lot of people thinking, hey, we're just going to try to get a couple of yards, help our kicker out here to kick a field goal. But instead, they get a massive play, and now all of a sudden they're thinking touchdown here, 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. He'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
And he showed himself to be a regular Spinderella, but not a lot of room to run. And here comes the field goal unit. He'll boot one from the right hash. He ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. The field goal is no good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. He makes a grab. He gets it in. Touchdown, Scarlet Knights. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something to get out.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Michigan is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed big house, but the Maize and Blue have struggled to really pull away. They're up by 7 over Minnesota. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back to throw, it's Rutgers. He tries to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old.
Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive. You want to keep testing this second.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Pocket starts to collapse. It's caught downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, I like it. I like the confidence of the coaches. When you're an offensive coach, you got to be aggressive nowadays. And going for it in your own territory, it used to be, no, you can't do that. Now, everybody's like, you know what? Analytically, that makes sense.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
And when you run that screen, it takes a lot more time to develop because those offensive linemen, remember, they're going to block, release, and go get somebody. Quarterback's got to get rid of that ball a lot faster than one of those screen plays.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Release to the back. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves them with 2nd and 4. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
I just love the play call. You're getting a fast player out in the open field, and it's enough to get you a first down.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
And back to the air on 2nd down. Got it set up on the outside. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Passing game very effective on second down. What about here on third? From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it over the middle. He's got... As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Trying to find his man on first down. He's got his man. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. After that last completion, it's second down. Incomplete. He threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Well, they're leading by 2 possessions offensively, and that could have been a game-changing play right there. That's a throw the quarterback would like to have back. He's very lucky that was not intercepted.
They're trying to get to him. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The Scarlet Knights will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity.
Lets it fly. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
That's a first down for the offense.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Going up top on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. He'll try to do it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy, because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical. It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Wants to throw. It's Rutgers. He's going for it all. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Coming after him. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Pulls it in. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Timeout, Washington.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. From the red zone, looking for a man. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Here comes the offense on second down. Quarterback checking off. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. That's caught. It's Otten. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. Pressure coming. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Rutgers. And they get him down. They'll go to the locker room feeling good about their pass rush. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great scene there today in Piscataway. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the deep ball. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside the birthplace of college football.
Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the second half. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And the Rutgers offense heads back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with Rutgers.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
On second down, looking to throw. And they can't make the connection.
Yeah, a nice job by the defense understanding who their go-to guy is. That's the guy they want to feature. That's the guy they want to feed with good reason. He's a great player, but a great job by the defense taking away that primary read, making sure they don't make a big play.
A strike downfield. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Got his man. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
It's all about critical downs and distances on defense. You want to be great unit defensively, you've got to be good on 3rd down and in the red zone. For this defense giving up a 3rd down like that, that is just a gut punch.
He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Fast motion from the offense. On second down, he'll fire. He's right on target. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. They'll go to the air. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll run it on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. He's looking to throw. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, State University of New Jersey. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
I like this offense. I like watching it, man. They find a way to make plays and spread the football around. But I'll tell you what, I think this QB has an eye for this guy because that's 3 TDs now in 4 games. He wants to find him to make plays, really starting to trust that receiver out wide.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of the defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going.
The Huskies brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. On the ground, it's Coleman. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Washington has a lot of things working, set up with another first down. Dropping back, it's Rutgers. Looking deep down the right side. And it's caught inside the 20. That is exactly what you want to do with the football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Steps away. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. This offense has a second down play. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On second down, he's looking downfield. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Oh, the offense just not able to come up with that. You knew that was going to be a bang-bang play, right? They're taking a shot into the end zone. That's going to have to meet a contested catch on the back end, but he wasn't able to come up with it because of the hit.
Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. It is perfect.
That makes the score. Rutgers.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. Rutgers has it back. They'll send the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down.
You know, you start day 1 of training camp running your base runs. You need a few yards, you run these plays. You need a 1st down, you run these plays. You rep them over and over and over again. They're not sexy, they're not pretty, but in the end, they're effective, and they get you that new set of downs when you need them.
Motion from the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and they corral the ball so they avoid the turnover, but man, did they lose a chunk of yardage. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Ready? Clock ticks under the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd quarter. They'll run play action. Got a man. It's long. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He looks that one in nicely. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker. And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. And it's no good. There's a flag on the field, and I think we're going to get another shot at this. The kicker will be a little bit closer this time. You must protect the kicker when he's in a defenseless position like that. That penalty is going to give the offense a 1st down. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. That's caught. It's long. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. 8th play of the drive coming up. They're going to throw it again. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their 1st pick of the game.
All right, well, the quarterback's showing you he is human after all. Finally throws an incompletion, and not just that, after a couple completions back-to-back, almost throws a pick.
DB's right up on the receivers. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the...
Coming up.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
Absolutely perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Gotta start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored.
Going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on. Second down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. Back to pass, it's Rutgers. Fires to the wideout. Misses again, it's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Right down the middle. He's got him, and they convert. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go.
Gonna take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
I think the biggest issue in the passing game for this offense has been accuracy, right? The last time this guy took the field, he completed less than 50% of his throws, and you're seeing that again.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And defenses are terrified of giving up that big play. I like the offense taking a shot down the field, showing the guard this. You better start being worried about the deep ball.
Lofts one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
And if you're going to win games, you have got to hit on the home run type plays, and that was a great opportunity right there. The receiver has got to be able to look that football in and make the catch.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The short hands, it's Boston. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. First down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead, it's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody in bounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He wants to take the top off. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a...
Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start...
Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.